Welcome to Rucifail. So today I want to do something a little bit different than normal. There's been a few comments in my recent videos about illnesses and what I may or may not have had. So I wanted to break it all down. I found this great resource on Reddit actually. I'll link it below. But it breaks down all the different illnesses and what the symptoms are and how to cure them. This isn't my drawing, and full credits to, I think it's Asmondian, Help the Dead Walk, and Dance with Jesus one. They are the creators of this drawing or helped put it all together, so full credit to them. This video has been broken up into chapters for each illness described in that drawing. So you'll be able to skip ahead to whichever chapter you need to if you're coming back here to use this as a resource. There's links in the description as well to help you navigate. And at the very end, there's my conclusions on what I think has happened in most of these circumstances and how to avoid them. So I guess without further ado, let's get into it. Hi, everybody.
Hi, Dr. Ruci.
Stage 1 infection. There are 2 stages to infection, stage 1 and stage 2. We'll cover stage 2 later. But stage 1 you get from bandaging with undisinfected rags or letting your wounds heal on their own. So I've got a cut and I've got some rags here and some disinfectant spray. So we'll use that later on. And there's also a pre-packaged disinfected bandage already there. So we don't want to use that one, said it was disinfected. Badly damaged rags, more likely to get an infection. So I will bandage my wound with a badly damaged rag and let's see if I get an infection. So I've got the sickness or illness icon down in the bottom right of the screen now. Let's check out the sheet to see what symptoms I have or could have and see if they correlate with an illness. So I grunted in pain and my vision blurred just slightly. We'll wait and see if it happens again so we can confirm the symptoms. So I don't seem to have a fever. I'm not wiping my brow. There was just a light grunt and a light blurring of the screen. So we'll see if it happens again. Yep, light grunt, light blurring of the screen, exactly what we're looking for. We should also have slow stamina regeneration. So if I go for a run and drain down my stamina, we should see that it takes longer than usual for it to come back up. So I had fairly full stamina because I'm not carrying very much, but we'll drain it right down and we'll see how long it takes for it to regenerate now. Yes, it does seem much slower than normal, so I think we're pretty safe to say I've got an infection. So I can get the iodine and it can disinfect my wounds, or I can get the alcohol and that can also disinfect my wounds, but I'll use the disinfectant spray this time. And you can see I can disinfect my wounds with that. So I will disinfect my wounds just once. And you'll see that the little pill icon shows up next to the illness icon. Now, if I'd taken any other medicine, that pill icon still would have appeared, but it may not be helping the infection. Okay, so the medicine's just run out. I need to get some more of it. Oh, and the infection has gone away too. So there was just enough there to get me through. So the stage 1 infection is all clear. So now we're on to the common cold and influenza. I'm bundling these two together because they are basically the same. One you sneeze, one you cough. They've got very similar symptoms and they're treated basically the same. I've never actually got the common cold just with sneezing and it's not progressed to influenza almost immediately. So I'm going to treat them as the one thing. So you can treat influenza with Tetra, but I'm not going to. I'm actually going to try the other method, which is by getting your health stats up. So you want everything to get white. You want your immune system to fight the cold. So I'm staying inside by the fire. I've got a nice heat buff. And I am trying to make myself full so my immune system can fight the cold for me. So I'm not running around, I'm not out doing anything. I've got a slight blurring on the screen. I've got a fever. I'm sneezing and I'm coughing from time to time. But I've got my health stats all the way back up. And I should be starting to fight that cold pretty well. So I go and get some water to top my fluids up too. Still coughing, still sneezing occasionally. So I keep eating. And bingo, all fixed. No medicine required. Stage 2 infection. So it's taken me a long time to actually get another infection. That's why my blood level is so low. I've been cutting myself on that fence for maybe half an hour trying to get another infection. But anyway, I've got a cut and I'm going to bandage it with some badly damaged rags. And this time, let's see if I get an infection. Yep, almost immediately again, I've got an infection. Now, I will have to run through the whole stage 1 infection without treating it before it develops to stage 2. So you get a stage 2 infection by not dealing with a stage 1. Once you have stage 2 infection, the tricks that you used for stage 1, just using disinfectant on the wound, will not work anymore. So we'll test that out in a second. So you can see I could heal myself with the iodine, but I'm not going to. The disinfected rags aren't helping, but you can see that I had a light grunt and a light blurring of the screen. So typical stage 1 infection. Okay, now I've got a bigger grunt. So I think the stage 2 infection has kicked in, and you can see my health stat is actually dropping down too. So bigger grunts, more often, more blurring of the screen, and my health is now starting to go down. So if I don't deal with this soon, it's going to kill me. The iodine will disinfect my wounds, but you see I've got a heavy screen blur, heavy pain sounds, I've got fever, I'm losing water fast, and I'm losing food fast. They're all the symptoms of a stage 2 infection. So I tried the iodine, I put it on my wound. That worked with a stage 1 infection. We'll give it a chance to work with a stage 2 infection. So after a while, that is wearing off. So I tried the alcohol as well. And I'll also try the disinfectant spray. So I'll try them all, just to show that it doesn't really help at all. Once you've got to stage 2, you really need medicine. And of course, I've got a cold as well now, but that's all right. The Tetra will deal with that too. So fever, heavy grunting, blurred vision, the iodine and alcohol and disinfectant spray have all worn off again. My health is still going down. It's time to try and take some Tetra for it. So in this little room, I've got some vitamins and some Tetra. I'll take a Tetra first, and I'll immediately follow it up with the vitamin. Bingo. Now it's just a waiting game. See if I get better. So the medicine has worn off. I need to go back to the medicine cupboard and get some more Tetra and some more vitamins. While the Tetra was working on me, my health was actually going up again. So you can see that the health arrow starts going up once you take the medication. So you're no longer dying from the infection, you are actually getting better. You can see that now on the bottom right, the arrows are pointing up after the Tetra. And there we go, stage 2 infection cured. Cholera. Now, cholera is easily confused with Salmonella. They are very similar, but they do have different symptoms. So cholera you can get from drinking from ponds or stagnant water. Now that water bottle I had there was filled up from a stagnant pond, just like this. So I went back down and filled it up again from a pond. And now I just drink that stagnant water, and there, I've got an illness. I'm not sure what it is yet. So So it's time to start diagnosing it. So I have something to eat. And straight away I'm throwing it up. Throwing up and slight blurring of the vision. So I should have a fever, and I had vomiting. So do I have a fever? Yes, I have a fever. So same thing, vitamins, some Tetra. Definitely have a fever. Light blurring of the screen. But if I don't eat, I don't throw up. So small bites can restore it. So you can see my hydration and food levels are very low. So 3 bites of food at any time. Mushrooms are really good for giving you hydration and food. I think they call it energy anyway, water and energy. So 3 bites. I wait until the chevrons above the food and water start pointing down again. And then I take 3 more bites. So you can see the chevrons are now pointing down. 3 bites. And everything starts going up. Oh, and I'm cured as well. So all done. That's cholera done and dusted with. If you're enjoying this, you can always leave comments below and subscribe to the channel. It'd be great to see you around. Salmonella. Pretty easy to get this one. So eating with bloody hands, drinking with bloody hands, eating raw animal meat. Too easy. So I just want to make sure I don't have my gloves on, so I get bloody hands while I do this. Alright, I've got bloody hands and I've got some raw chicken. This shouldn't take too long. So you can see nice bloody hands. I want to go drink from the water fountain with the bloody hands too, and I'll eat some raw chicken too. So running up, oh, didn't even make it to the fountain. So I'm throwing up, I'm losing lots of water, I'm losing lots of energy. I've got the illness icon. I decided to head to the water fountain to wash my hands, and I discovered while making this video you can even wash your hands with a bottle of water, which I didn't know before. So that's handy. So you can see my hands are clean. Whoop, light grunt. I can drink some water as well now. But again, only 3 sips of water or 3 bites of food. I need to keep my hydration and energy levels up. So vomiting after eating or drinking, that's if you do too much and you lose a lot of water and energy from vomiting. So you don't want to do that. Definitely got the light shakes and light blurring from the vision. So here we go. I eat more than 3 bites of the mushroom. And I lose it all. So I found that 3 bites is easiest to manage. 3 bites. Wait till the chevrons start going down again before you have anything else to eat. So these are all fairly manageable if you know what you're dealing with and you don't panic. It does mean though that you do need to have a good supply of food and clean water. Otherwise you could find yourself in trouble. So 3 sips of water and that's it. So I can keep eating and drinking, keep myself alive until I can find the medicine. Cholera, don't need Tetra. you can just do that with charcoal tablets. And vitamins do help with speeding it up. So I'll take some of them too. But you can just do it with charcoal tablets, but the vitamins with the charcoal tablets definitely speed it up. I'm changing clothes and leaving water bottles and part-eaten food and that sort of stuff in the chest because I want to test reinfecting a different survivor by eating the same food and drinking from the same bottle. Anyway, looks like the Salmonella's gone now. All healed again. This guy's doing all right for himself. Chemical poisoning. Now you can get that from eating burnt or rotten food or drinking gasoline. So I'm going to do all three of them just because I can, and let's see how long it takes for me to get sick. So here's some wolf steaks. I burnt them on purpose. It's like a dodgy steak from the pub. Had some dodgy mushroom sauce on top of it too. I'm going to wash it all down with a dodgy beer that my mate bought for me. So this bottle's filled with petrol or gasoline, as you can see. So if this doesn't give me chemical poisoning, I don't know what will. Takes a bit longer than I was expecting, but there it is. There's the illness symbol. Just want to make sure it's not another cold or something else. So I have to wait for some symptoms to show themselves. And sure enough, I'm throwing up. All right, so still don't know if it's chemical poisoning. Could be salmonella, could be cholera. Let's wait and see. I guess a tip was that I didn't eat immediately before throwing up. So that is something different. So I might just see if I throw up again without doing any eating. I don't have any grunts. I don't have any blurred vision. I just was throwing up. Still no grunting. Still no fever. Let's see how long it takes for any other symptoms to show up. Very odd. Not very much happening at all. I'm not sure if my immune system has anything to do with this. If my hydration level's quite high, my energy level's in the yellow. Still got the illness, but I'm not showing any other symptoms apart from throwing up once. So I should see constant vomiting and food and water loss during vomiting. Still no other grunts, still no blurring of the vision. Just the illness icon and that one vomit. Interesting. My stamina regen seems very slow though, like very, very slow. So I'm guessing that could be part of it too. There we go. Alright, haven't eaten. That was a long time. Anyway, only symptom that I can see is vomiting. So let's go deal with this. Pretty certain you deal with this the same as you do with Salmonella. You can just have some vitamins and some charcoal tablets. And actually in this case, the vitamins did the job before I could even take the charcoal tablets. So time as well may be something. Hemolytic reaction. Okay, this is one I've never seen before. This is when you get an incompatible blood type from a blood transfusion. So you got a blood bag. I don't know what type of blood my survivor has, so I'm just doing a blood test to see what I have. I know I've got 2 bags of blood in the box. So I want to try and make sure I get one that's different. All right, my blood type is O negative. So in the box, I've got an A positive and a bag that doesn't say what it is. So let's go with the A positive just in case the other one is compatible. Let's see what happens. Oh, it doesn't have a IV starter kit on it. So, all right, let's get an IV starter kit and attach that to the blood bag. Okay. Let's give myself a blood transfusion of the wrong type of blood. Let's see how long this takes. Well, that wasn't very long at all. All right, so I've got the illness icon down the bottom. I was unconscious for a lot longer than I've shown. My blood is still going down. My food and energy are going down. I want to try and see if getting my energy levels back up into the white will help stave off me losing all my blood. So I'm going to eat as many mushrooms as I can. It says I should be instant unconscious and I get fast blood loss for 3 minutes. Well, I definitely got unconscious and I am losing blood. So I'm just not sure how fast blood regens. Oh, my blood's now flashing. This isn't good. I decide to lie down on the floor just to see if I can stop myself from passing out. But the edges are starting to get quite dim. My blood is still falling. And my blood is going back up again, which is good. And the illness icon has just gone away. So the reaction is over, but I've got no blood. So I'm probably still going to pass out. Yeah, it looks like I'm going to pass out. I'm not moving. I'm not doing anything. It's getting pretty dim. It's funny, my blood is going up, but I'm getting worse. There we go. Toxic poisoning. Now this will be a bit more fun. This is what you get when you go in a gas zone. So I've got a pox grenade I'm going to throw on the ground. So you get pox poisoning from staying more than 25 seconds in a toxic zone. So let's see what happens. Okay, it looks like my audio has desynced itself a little bit, but you can see what's going on. I've got a cut and I'm coughing. Just waiting to see if I get the illness icon. Two cuts now. I think you get a cut every 15 seconds, so I should be pretty close. There we go. Illness icon. All right, let's get out of here. You can cure toxic poisoning with a pox injector, but they're very rare, so I'm not going to do it. So first of all, I want to treat the cuts that I have with some bandages. Oh, I've confused myself a little bit. I kind of set all this up a while ago now. It's been a few hours of me testing this, but anyway, here we go. So I've got some bandages, some disinfectant spray. I'm going to disinfect the bandages so I don't get an infection. So with the bandages all disinfected now, I can hopefully treat my cuts. Here we go. All right, with my cuts all bandaged up, my blood is now regaining. Oh, and now I'm throwing up. And this time you can see I'm not throwing up really much food or water. I've thrown up blood. My blood's dropped right back down again and it's flashing. I'm probably going to pass out. So it does say that should happen. So I decided to risk the unknown blood bag. I did spawn this blood bag in, so maybe it's generic. No. So, okay, I've spawned back in, and this time I will use a pox injector and a gas grenade again. So we'll repeat what we did last time. So I'm in the gas. That's one cut. That's two cuts. And you can actually see there, my hand is now bloody. I'm coughing up blood. So I'll just quickly disinfect these rags so I can heal myself, and then we'll try the pox injector to see how that works and how quickly it heals me. You can clearly see I've got bloody hands now. Okay, it's time to try the pox injector or pox antidote. Okay, no pill icon. Oh, but it's gone, just like that. Very quick acting. And I'm no longer coughing. Problem solved. Okay, this is kind of a bonus one. It is on the bottom of the sheet though. This is a fracture. So you get this for fall damage, basically, or a bear trap or a landmine will break your leg. So, let's go. I hate that noise. Anyway, so, fractured your leg. Not much else you can do. So you get some sticks and some rags, and you can craft a splint. And once you have the splint, you can apply it to your fracture. So you can walk around without passing out. So something that you can't do while your leg is in a splint is you can't run. You can only jog and walk. If you try and sprint, nothing happens. So here I'm trying to sprint. Nothing, no change. So I try a morphine injector, see if that makes a difference. Still with the pain. And I still can't run or sprint. I can only jog. The dreaded Kuru. You get the dreaded Kuru by eating human steaks, fat or guts. Whether it's cooked or raw or rotten, doesn't matter, you can still get it. So, only one thing for it. Now, I still have my broken leg because I didn't want to waste any more time just waiting for my leg to heal. I figure I might as well get on with these illnesses. So, cook myself up some human steaks and eat them. And again, it takes a long time. I eat a lot of human steaks, and eventually, there we go. I've got the illness icon. Let's just confirm that it is Kuru. That's a pretty good sign. I've got the laughters, so that's a little creepy. So the symptoms are uncontrollable laughter and violent handshakes while aiming. So we can test them out. I definitely have the laughter. Right, let's see these shakes. Oh, and that definitely kicked me to the left there, it seemed. Oh. So I spawned these survivors in down there. I am on my own testing server. Just hosted on my PC at home. You can see that from time to time my aim does just get pulled in a random direction. So I'll just let my stamina regen a bit. And I'll try and hold. So it's not unbearable. Yeah, you can see it kicks me around a bit. Maybe it gets worse the longer you have the infection, I don't know. But really the only symptoms are the laughing and this shaking while aiming. And that's interesting. It looks like if you hold your breath, you can stop the laughing. So there's only one known cure for Kuru. Sounds like the guy's looking forward to it. Okay, reinfection. Now this one I can't definitively prove. So I did get the cold and flu a couple more times when I don't think I should have. And I've been trying on different outfits. I've been saving all the different clothes I've been wearing, all the different outfits. So I'm going to try and put this outfit back on and see if I can get a cold just from wearing the outfit. But I try everything and I can't get it back. So I'm not sure if my immune system's fighting it, even though it's all in yellow, or if something else is going on. So further work needed. Fun one here is catching illness from the infected. So I'm just making sure they're all really interested in me. I'm standing here on a tree stump, surrounded by them. And I wait quite a while and I don't get anything. I don't catch cold, flu, salmonella, cholera, nothing. So I deal with them all. And then I spend, I don't know, 5 minutes, maybe more, just lying down, crawling in amongst them, seeing if I'll get anything from their carcasses. So I'm right in the thick of them now, and I lie here and lie here. And nothing. I don't get anything. So, not sure if you can get anything from them or not. So, what does this all tell me? So, what this tells me is that having medicine is vital. I'd say more than anything, Tetra, and having vitamins as well. Tetra and vitamins together, they're just really powerful. Charcoal tablets, yep, pretty good. Disinfectant, yep, make sure your bandages are all disinfected, ready to go. I did find that using pristine rags, found it very hard to get an infection from pristine rags, but very easy to get them from badly damaged rags. But even that being said, there was probably, I don't know, 8 or 9 cuts that I managed to do to myself where I didn't get an infection at all. So take what you will from that. But the biggest takeaway I've got from this is that my getting started video where I try and stay at the coast and get myself healthy, so my immune system is high, that is the biggest takeaway from all of this. Really important to have a good immune system, less likely to get sick from anything at all. Spend some time at the start of the game, get yourself healthy, then get yourself some medicine, and then you can just go have fun. Don't have to worry about the illness. If you're wondering what's going on here is all these videos took me forever, and I started doing them here in Cherno. And I'd just get so bored of waiting for the infections or the illnesses to come in or go away that I started spawning in bears, and I spawned in far too many of them. If you're interested to know how I created this little server myself, I'll link that below as well. Beta Gaming, something like that, has a little how-to on how to host your own DayZ server at home. So I hope you enjoyed that series of videos and on all the different illnesses. If you did, please like and subscribe. Put your comments below. I love reading all your comments and responding to them. And I'll catch you in the next one, guys. Have a good one.